please subscribe and be part of our family.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Okay, so probably most of you clicked on this video because you have some sort of pec tear or, you know, strain, whatever, or you're just my friends and you're giving me some support. So thank you.
I love you, dog. I love you.
But if you're here for actual education, then I will try my best. So I tore my pec about 6 months ago. How it happened was, like most people probably, was bench pressing. I think it was actually the first, maybe the second training session I'd ever done with Ethan together, and we were benching. And at the time I was on a cut, so like I wasn't really benching as heavy, but because I was training with Ethan and he was going heavy, I was like, I'll just have a heavy session. And I had 140 on the bar, 315, which I've hit before, about a year before that, but I was in quite a hefty bulk and was not at this time. So actually done 130 kilos before that, and it flew up, so I was like 140 should go. So 140, 315 on the bar, and brought it down, went to press, got it a couple inches off the chest, straight away felt and heard like a tearing paper kind of sound, like a very strange, just, and then instant pain. So pushed it, felt the pain, fell down. Ethan thought he didn't know what was going on. Obviously, he was spotting me, so he was like, no, you've got it, come on. And I was like, no, something's happened here. So I was trying to push up just with my left. There was no power coming from my right, and he was trying to lift it up. Got it in safely.
That's what she said.
Stood up, and I could just feel it started like in here, and it went the whole way down, like my front delt, and almost to the top of my bicep was the pain. And at first I was trying to tell myself it's just a cramp. I was like, no, I haven't done anything, it's just a cramp, I'm fine. And I kept getting sore and sore, and ended up going into the bathroom, taking my top off, and there was a huge like ball sticking out. And then I knew like something had gone on. I was like, nah, something's not right here. So stopped training, obviously. Drove home, was going to go to NE, but it was late at night and I didn't want to wait. I was working the next day early and didn't want to wait that long. So I booked an appointment at the physio for a few days' time. Went to the physio, she looked over it, had me do range of motion stuff, checked it and all, done an ultrasound, and figured out that I had sort of like a grade 1 or grade 2 tear. So no surgery was needed, but it was partially torn. And well, first of all, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what my physio showed me in that, and try and get you to understand what a tear actually is. So I'll try and draw it out here. I'm not very good at drawing anything ever, and I have to use my son's markers. Be right back. So what we've got here is, so this is your sternum, and then obviously these are the muscle fibers going in up here to your clavicle. As you can see, the muscle fibers run in a straight line across your chest. This is what scar tissue is. It kind of forms in like a crosshatch, and what happens is whenever you tear your pec, it's usually around here where it will tear, and that's where I felt it. Like I said, I felt it like right in here. So that's where it usually tear, or in the top of the clavicle. So whenever the scar tissue forms, it's not as strong obviously as the fibers because it doesn't run in the same line. And if you don't get it seamed to, what happens is it kind of forms just like this, just like a massive scar tissue, just stopping the fibers being able to actually connect properly. And that's what I found extremely, like, my physio told me, I only went to 2 physio sessions because I couldn't afford any more. The first one was whenever they said what was wrong. The second one, she was getting me to do some range of motion stuff, and she told me not to press at all for at least 4 to 6 weeks. So I waited 6 weeks, didn't press at all, no overhead, nothing upper body apart from back sometimes, and even that, going lat pull downs and all, was still a wee bit twingy. So I kind of left it, and I shouldn't have, and that's basically what happened to me. Was it formed just like this, and whenever I eventually got back to pressing and I went to press anything, it felt like there was literally a ball stuck, and it wouldn't let my I could feel it like moving across my pec. It's a really weird feeling if anyone's felt it. You can feel it like inside, and it's horrible. So I went back to the physio, and I also got a massage gun, because what she told me was there's a thing that you have to do called cross fiber friction massage, which is basically you get where the point is. For me, it was up here. So you get where that is. You slightly raise your arm out, but don't tense the pec. So she said to try and get like a pillow or something. Raise your arm up just so it's slightly abducted, and then you get your gun. Or even she said you can just use your hand. Or if you actually go to a physio, she'll just do it, or he will do it. And for me, the main part is up here. I can still feel it now. It's still very tight compared to this one. And you literally, if you're using your hand, just get your fingers and go right in deep, and you go across. So the way the fibers are all going this way, like in a line, you go against the grain and you go up and down instead of across, and that's basically to flatten out the scar tissue and get it connected to the muscle fibers going in that line. So you just slightly raise, and then you really press in really hard, and you can feel it. It's not a nice feeling. I use my gun and I just hold it and I go up and down, and it does help though a lot. I started going to deep muscle tissue massage twice a month. Obviously I haven't got that in a while because of coronavirus and lockdown, so I have just been doing it myself, and it's not the same, but it's a lot better than it was. I'm going to show you now my warm-up routine now, because another thing was I've always been very like top dominant and press heavy, so whenever I would go in for a pressing session, I would warm up but very minimally, and now that I've had this injury, I can't afford to do that, and I don't want it to happen again. So my physio gave me I think it's 5 exercises to do before I work out for my chest, and I've only just got started getting back in the chest. I only do it once a week. I can only really do flat bench and incline at the minute, and then it kind of fatigues, and I can't really do much else. So the first one I'm going to show you is a static. It's just static stretching basically. It's just to get the blood flow going. blood flow going
Today, Junior!
Into the muscles, and just to get it warmed up basically. So here it is. Yeah, so as you can see, it's just going out this way and then the opposite direction. It's just to kind of hit it from each angle, and then from there you do about 10 each way, and then from there going into the rubber band. So I have a resistance band. I think it's only 15 kilo maybe, and then yeah, so I go from here and I go round. Well, I'll show you the video. So here it is. So it's just it's stretching with some resistance, and then going around and just holding it there and just letting it kind of stretch out. And then from there going to lat pull down. Basically, the lat pull down is because it's able, as my physio said, people don't realize whenever they're bench pressing, or any chest really, is everyone knows, well, most people know to retract your scapula, and that's how, you get the force. But a lot of people don't realize that if you free up your lats beforehand, it's a lot easier to get into that position. And since I've started doing that, I have definitely noticed that if you work out your lats and like your rear delts before you bench, and you get in the bench, it's so much easier to get into that position, locked back, and you feel so much more secure, and a lot less pressure on your front delts. And then there's an exercise I forgot to film, but you're holding just basically 2 plates. I just take 2.5 plates. You hold them together in your hands, squeeze them as hard as you can, and you just bring them out and bring them in, just like that, for 10 to 12 times, and it gets from your inner chest the whole way out. Just it's really good. It really makes you feel very like pumped. And then finally it's just some angled press ups. So as you see, yeah, the reason I'm doing them on the bar angled is so it's not all my body weight just going straight onto my chest, because it's not ready for that yet, especially my body weight. It's doing that angle, so it takes some of the body weight off, and you go right in and you hold it just for a split second and then come back up, just getting a really nice stretch on it there. And then I go into my actual workout, which, as I said, is just flat bench and incline bench at this time. My overhead pressing hasn't been affected by it very much at all. I can overhead press fine without any strain on my pec at all, but whenever I do train my chest now, it does take 4 or 5 days for it to feel good. Like the next day, I really have to massage it. Hopefully that helped a bit. I'll keep you updated with the progress. I'm nowhere near any strength. I think the highest I've benched is like 60 kilo, 70 kilo for like 10, which I used to be, that was my first set for like 15, 20 easy. So I've definitely lost a lot of strength, and it's not just the strength, it's kind of the feel, like the mental side of it as well, that like whenever I bring it down and press, I can feel like a wee bit uneasy with it. Just I feel like it just replays my head. I think if anyone has ever had a muscle injury or a tear or something, you play in your head whenever you do that movement again, because you're like, oh, what if it happens again? But you just gotta get on with it, don't you, and hope that it doesn't happen again, and you taking the precautions necessary. So yeah, I would say if you're watching this and you have a tear, mine wasn't that bad. I didn't have to get surgery or anything. I just had to take care of it and let it heal by itself. It is still healing. It's not fully healed. And after coronavirus and lockdown's over, I am going to go back to the physio one more time, just for her to check over it and see where I'm at and see if I can actually go back to proper pressing and give me more exercises. And I'll keep you updated if she does give me any more. So hopefully you find this a bit educational and motivating, maybe, if you're thinking I'm never going to get back to press. Because whenever it happened to me, for a good 3-4 weeks after it, I was like, I might not ever press again. It's just stuff you think, and it's silly looking back on it now, but you do start thinking that. So yeah, hopefully it helped a bit for you, and yeah, like, subscribe, give us some love, please, and see you in the next video.